Good morning, everyone. It's such a beautiful day. It's so nice to have some of the warmer weather coming in New England. It was definitely a cold winter. Welcome to Brockton and to the Old Colony YMCA Youth Branch, who happens to be one of our participants in this year's STEAM program. I'm Alicia Collins, and I'm the Director of Community Impact and Engagement at National Grid. Thank you all for being here, and thank you to our partners, the Boston Children's Museum and the City of Brockton, on helping us launch this initiative here. If you don't know, we launched this program last spring in Lynn and worked with a similar subset of community partners that are engaging and working with children ages 3 to 7 in the after-school setting and really trying to get their minds excited about STEAM in a really fun and exciting way. Before I introduce our speakers, I'd like to share a little bit about the partnership. We have an opportunity with this program to really positively impact children. Exposure to this education is critical, and as we think about our work here at National Grid, we're thinking about how can some of this early exploration lead to energy careers and really bolster our workforce. We're committed to ensuring equitable access to clean energy and clean energy jobs and investing in our communities today. The 46 educators leading the program in Brockton will inspire more than 300 children from the City of Champions to dream big and achieve their goals. I'd now like to welcome Carol Charno, President and CEO of the Boston Children's Museum.
That was such a beautiful introduction. So as Alicia said, I'm Carol. I'm the President and CEO of Boston Children's Museum. And I can't tell you how thrilled I am to be here in Brockton this morning. I want to especially thank the Mayor Sullivan. Where's the mayor? There he is, Mayor Sullivan, for being here today, and the Old Colony YMCA here. We're going to be meeting our President and CEO here soon. And, of course, National Grid, not only as a customer for keeping me warm this very cold winter, especially needed, it's cranking up the gas, but also for this magnificent program of which, as Alicia says, we're in the second year. So this celebration and the wonderful STEAM learning that will happen through this project are all thanks to National Grid's belief in community support and Brockton's commitment to the children of its city. I want to especially thank the mayor again, but also point out that we at the Children's Museum have a wonderful partnership with Brockton Public Schools through the Office of English Language Learners, and we're thrilled that we are able to provide more services to the city of Brockton. STEAM with National Grid and Boston Children's Museum invites after-school educators to engage in professional development to support their own learning through our Tinker program, and then provides the materials and activities to invite children to practice hands-on tinkering and support skills like problem solving, asking questions, and building curiosity. And many of these skills can also be practiced at home with their families. So we're in year 2, as Alicia said, of supporting communities with National Grid. And one of the things that makes this partnership so wonderful is that together we both value the communities we work in, and we center each community's needs, and we hear from them about their priorities. So as you know, we're working here in Brockton this year with just about 50 educators and over 300 children. We're working with Brockton Day Nursery, Brookfield Schools, which is a Brockton Public Schools extended day program, and of course here the Old Colony Y Youth Division. And this place is gorgeous. I'm so happy to be here today, and I want to acknowledge all the great staff here at Old Colony. I just had a tour from Kim, and it was really magnificent. So congratulations to you, Charlie. The after-school network in Brockton is very strong, we've learned, and that's already been apparent through our initial conversations with these partners. It's clear that each site is dedicated to providing high-quality learning experiences for their children in their after-school programs. They've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes to get ready for this program this spring. We've been struck by the enthusiasm of their leadership and educators in the preparatory stages leading up to this point, and even through the application process, right, Alyssa? We were just thrilled to see how enthusiastic these partners would be. And each site is unique, and we know that each of them will make the program their own, making it really work for the children that they are serving. Both Boston Children's Museum and National Grid, we also value program sustainability. Last year, as Alicia mentioned, we worked in Lynn, and those after-school programs had such a great experience that they are continuing the work with the Tinker program, and we're so happy to continue this work with Lynn, and we will continue our work with Brockton after our time with you. So none of this work in STEAM to Brockton could happen without the dedication of the many educators and program directors that we work with. So we're so excited to continue the journey with you all. Before I go, I want to make a special congratulations to Alyssa and Sylvia, who are our wonderful educators who are going to be leading this program. And I also want to acknowledge the wonderful staff here at the Old Colony and all of the educators who are going to be working with us this year and program directors. Let's give them a round of applause. And now I'm really excited to welcome to you Charlie Clifford, who is the president and CEO of this wonderful facility at Old Colony.
Thank you, Lynn. Thank you. It's awesome to have you all here. We're excited about this, and thank you for joining us on this not too cold day. My name is Charlie Clifford. I'm the president and CEO of the Old Colony YMCA, and this is one of 7 full branch facilities that we have. So we're located in southeastern Massachusetts, and then we also have a kind of a statewide social services footprint. So kind of an interesting YMCA. Just by way of background, there's about 10 million kids in after-school programs throughout the country. So these programs are really important. Most of the stats these days say that there's about 19 million families looking for more after-school programs. So we very much need programs like this that are high-quality, enriching programs throughout the country. So we're proud to be part of the system, but we just want to see a lot more of it. Kim in the back, she runs all of our child care programs. We have 43 programs. 39. Sorry, 39. I exaggerate. 39 child care programs throughout southeastern Mass. Kim's in charge of the vast majority of those with a lot of other Y staff, and we're just blessed to have a lot of wonderful staff members working for the Y, and that represents about 1,500 kids in our care every single day after school. So I think everyone probably knows this, but the going home to 2 adults in a household where one of the adults has, snack ready after school, and they sit down and do homework at the kitchen table, and then they cook dinner is pretty rare right now. If you're lucky enough to have multiple adults in your household, that's great. A lot of our kids come home to different scenarios like that, grandparents raising grandkids, a mom doing the best job she can, a dad doing the best job he can. And so that sort of like Beaver Cleaver notion of after school is just not reality right now. It's super rare. And it was even rare, it was rare for me growing up, and I'm far from the after school age at this point in time. So that just doesn't happen anymore. So these programs are critically important. And what we try to do is we try to have loving, caring adults supervising kids after school, and then we want it to be a very enriching experience. And when I go to after school program, a lot of times I think about a good friend of mine, Reggie Jean. He's a former Y staff member. You know him. We got some folks in the audience that know him. And Reggie, he tells this story all the time about growing up in Hartford. He was the son of immigrant parents from Haiti. Both working hard to keep food on the table, and he was at a YMCA after-school program, and Kevin Washington, who eventually became the CEO of the YMCA USA, walked in the building, and Reggie said, "I'd never seen a leader of color in a suit before in my community. That was rare." And so that little spark allowed Reggie to go from a YMCA after-school kid to a YMCA employee, and now he's the CEO of Haley House in Boston. And so the point of that story is not that Reggie became an engineer, which we were hoping to get some budding engineers out of this. But just to let you know that there's sparks that happen inside these after-school programs all over the country, and it just seeds ideas with kids that help make a significant impact on what they choose as careers in the future. So I just know from 20 years in the YMCA experience that there is going to be kids that are benefiting from this program who are going to become our next engineers and scientists and teachers, and we need that. So thank you so much to Boston Children's for your support and National Grid. And without further ado, I want to recognize the city of our mayor, from the City of Champions, one of the most energetic guys in town, Mayor Sullivan. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, good morning, everybody. I want to first of all welcome you all to the City of Champions, Brockton, Massachusetts. I want to give a shout out to the staff of the YMCA that do yeoman's work each and every day to help the next generation of kids. I want to thank Charlie and his leadership. Charlie's been a phenomenal leader since he took the helm 2 years ago. I want to introduce my Chief of Staff, Sydney Merrill, who runs the show at City Hall. She is a phenomenal person, and we proudly come here today to thank you. Thank you for what you do each and every day. I want to thank National Grid personally for their financial contributions to support this wonderful endeavor. The Boston Children's Museum, a lot of new friends I just met today. But why I'm here today as a kid that grew up in Brockton, Brockton is, and I say this all the time, it's not wealthy if you look at our financial ledger. Right? We don't have a lot of money in the city of Brockton, never have. But what we have is a lot of dedicated people. Our wealth is in the assets known as the people that live in the city of Brockton. And so we are a welcoming, inclusive, diverse city. We're a proud city of immigrants. We always have been. Yesterday was St. Patrick's Day, and as an Irish American, my grandparents came from Ireland to Brockton to work in the shoe factories, right? And my wife's grandparents from Italy. We have the highest population of Cape Verdean folks in America here in Brockton, Massachusetts. Haitians and Angolans and Nigerians and Latinx communities. So why I'm here today to thank you all is, first of all, for the financial contribution of National Grid, but also to the educators. My dad was a teacher at Brockton High School for over 32 years. My sister is retiring this year. She works at the Brookfield Elementary School, teaching second graders. And I was there the other day reading to them. And I was really, really happy to see how engaged these youngsters are. When I was in elementary school, first of all, I did not like to go to school, right? And my mother would pull me by the ear and say, Bobby, you're going to school today. But we have kids in this age group, 3 to 7. That's the sweet spot. Those are the kids that are the next generation. We need to engage those kids now. So to be able to provide this wonderful offering of STEAM, which is truly what the next generation is going to make happen in the United States of America and in the world. So to come here today to just say thank you. I know Mayor Nicholson, Jared's a friend of mine up in Lynn, and this was phenomenal in Lynn. But I always joke with him and Mayor Koch and Quincy. We used to say Lynn, the city of sin, right? And then Mayor Koch is the city of presidents, but no one can beat a champion. So we are the city of champions. Nothing against my fellow mayors, but I am so proud, first of all, of what the Boston Children's Museum has already done. As the mayor, I also chair the school committee. I'm a graduate of Brockton High School. I'm a proud graduate of the Brockton Public School Systems. So to be able to help the kids, that's what it's about. Right? It doesn't matter if you're the mayor, the CEO, the chief of staff, or an educator, or people that are helping in the staff each and every day. We're in the people business, and it's our job. It's really our fiduciary duty to help the kids. So as a dad of 3 kids, 12, 15, and 17, I thank you all. This is going to be a game changer for so many kids. Charlie hit it on the head. A lot of our children don't have to a mom and dad. Or they're generational living. They're living in triple deckers, right? We saw that the results of COVID because of generational living, and the loss of life in Brockton was over 500 people. But what I can tell you right now is that everybody that calls Brockton home calls it home for a reason, because it's a special place. So to be able to get the financial endeavors and the financial aspects, but also the time the educators are going to willingly give of themselves to help the kids is why I applaud each and every one of you. So I will not be the mayor next year at this time. I'm not running for re-election. I'm serving the next 10 months proudly, and this is going to be something that I will continue to partner with being the mayor, but when I'm not the mayor as well. So God bless each and every one of you, and let's, as my grandmother used to say, roll up the sleeves and get the job done. Keep the eye on the prize, and let's get at it. Don't listen to the naysayers, and fight, fight, fight. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, Mayor Sullivan. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Charlie. And thank you to the Old Colony YMCA staff for your hospitality. Thank you to Alyssa and Sylvia, who work diligently day in and day out to ensure that this program will go off without a hitch. And the educators, I'm so excited. I have done some of the activities with my 5-year-old, and it makes for like, I only have a toilet paper holder. What am I going to do? There's a lot that you can do to keep them busy. So thank you. I also wanted to just acknowledge my colleagues, Joe Cardinal and Joe Carroll. They lead the management of our relationship with the city of Brockton on electric. And they have been like great partners as we were thinking about our next site, where we should go. And obviously Brockton was like, we're definitely coming here. So they've been instrumental in helping us navigate and relationship build with the mayor and his team. We're so proud of this partnership, and we really believe that STEAM education is really important for the young children in our state, but specifically here in Brockton. Your support is really critical to the program's success. And so we ask that you all think about more ways that you can engage. If you have ideas, please share them with me and my team. My colleague Tracy Concilio and I work day in and day out to think about where we need to show up in the communities across our service territory here in the state. We cover about 242 cities and towns where we have one city. Yeah, I know. No, one city, right. So please share ideas, connect with us on LinkedIn, or if you need my email, I'm happy to share that with you. We want to be in partnership with you as we go through this journey. Again, there's coffee, there's yogurt, there's pastries. Please enjoy them. And educators, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day with your professional development and orientation. And I hope that everyone has a really fantastic day. So thank you.
Thank you.